I'm going to try this again because I think it's worthwhile, and could be 2 years, could be 3 years since I've even visited what I call, and you hear me term, the display box. And this is a 7-tray tackle box, of course, with the base on the bottom. And I definitely fish. Grew up bass fishing, smallmouth, upstate New York, Great Mohawk River. Here you see the way I have organized things and kept them not indefinitely for the time being. And these two top trays are my top love, the ones I love most. Not that they're perfect, that's for sure, but they're my top loves. It's just the way I do it. Some of you that are new out there don't realize it, but I have a bunch of frames and I haven't suited them up yet for various and sundry reasons. The number one reason is security. In terms of irreplaceable things, my guns, other things I might call valuable in my life, I can replace them, even though they are secure or hidden if I have to travel. But these that you see in here are not replaceable. Nope. But they are transferable. Many times I'll coy this well, find greater things and move some things forward to people that I've grown fond of, or I just love their heart and they don't find a whole lot. Because I'm only going to keep these for just a speck in time compared to 8,000 years of lithic accumulation in the dirt that we cannot find all of it. We cannot come close to getting all of it. That's the accumulation of 8,000 plus years. Look at this piece. Site 4 piece from the other day. Crystal based, for sure. Quartz. And you'll see a lot on top, not just because quartz, but quartz is an indigenous material. Look at the setup of this box on top. Lots of rhyolites, not indigenous to my area. 13 days foot travel to the west and you'll get it, but not this. This is all indigenous in the ground here, this quartz. They'll use it. They used it just because that's what they found, and they needed something that would work to get their meat. So I wanted to show some of this stuff because I haven't in a while, and just share a couple perspectives, because there's 7 trays. I'm not going to show it all, not now, but some really interesting things going on that, for the most part, my mind is blown. There'll come a day when we all just say that's enough. We won't collect anymore. Some of you might be collecting 60 years, but there'll still be a day when it's over. Someone else will make the decisions, or even if you will it to them, they will get to choose what happens to the stones you found, to all the people that you represent. A bin of serrated stuff. And these are all people in my world that we remember and we represent. I had a fella looking at this quartz, right? They're incredible. The workmanship on some of this quartz around here is just staggering. Tell me that I must just buy them, fake them, make them, and put them out there or whatever. The quartz one. And I laughed. I said to him, don't you watch? Haven't you been around for 8 years? Haven't you seen these things found? Named the sites, shown the dirt. Indeed. No one was better than these masters at working quartz. It's a lot quieter than it sounds. Don't worry about these points getting broken. I've never broken anything in here. It's a unique point right there. So they use the material that they have. I don't want to say silly. It is a silly, it's a crazy thing to think that somebody could be out wasting time making or buying anything like this, then putting them out there to try to make a YouTube video for what? 30 views? 2,000 views? It's not impressive. 20,000 views in today's world is not impressive. It doesn't matter. Besides that, my channel is comfortably shadow banned by the wonderful, supreme, smart YouTube algorithms and administrators. What I say, what I share, is taboo. They don't want you to hear it. Some great smoky quartz right here. An early point must have been, my goodness, 7 years ago. Beaver Point. So I am staggered by the fact that this stuff that we see and that we find, it won't stop. Won't stop. And if it won't stop, then what's the perspective? How do we have any regulator limit on us? Are we going to stop? Are we going to stop going out there and trying to find and trying to save? I see Ben's not out there. Ben's fighting the war against ignorant stupidity of, I guess you could call them collectors. They give us a bad name, but it's too bad. And an archaic point right here. Not an archaic, but it's from a site I call the Archaic. One of my favorites right here. To everybody. And security. I mentioned security, and that's because, I had some conversations with Treasure Hunter for Life. Hopefully he still watches and can do something. He's had some unfortunate things happen in his life. Not to mention his flat-out collection getting stolen, the bulk of his incredible finds. Check it out, Treasure Hunter for Life. I mean, him and his son, and they found some incredible pieces. Incredible. I guess we all do in our own little circle, right? But he got it stolen. He had cases and displays. We could cuss and stamp our foot about those who came and stole, but I'm not going to give them a chance. I've got an easy place for a box like this. Might be 20 foot underground. Nobody can know. Not even my loved ones know. Because some of this is not replaceable. There's the Hardaway down there, and there's many. Staggering bin right here. And so, as I softly go through this, just to give you a grasp of things I try to come to terms with, like the overwhelming greatness of saving this kind of history, to what are you going to do? When will you pull the plug? When will you stop? If you will stop. Maybe a mall. Maybe an athletic field like behind my shoulder here, which is a top site. I got to collect it once. Now it's a soccer and football field. It's okay. Crystal Beach Point here. Staggering quartz pieces in here that are big. I mean, these are favorites of mine. This is the Site 4 piece. All quartz. Can you believe it? A lot of quartz. I don't care either way. It's just what they make stuff here. Everybody had North American Indians that had to hunt and get food. Sure, they're finding the best materials and everything, but they didn't find the materials in order to find something pretty to make something out of first. They found what would work first. Look at that crystal point. It's just staggering. Sorry about my focus. So as I finish here, I don't want to take too much time just to show you the top piece of purple rhyolite here. Look at that piece. Many. I would say if somebody said, what is the average size of the points that you find around where you are? Well, I'd say 2 inches. 2 inches. I mean, there are longer, for sure. There are other things in Rowan similar to this. But, on average, 2 inches. The signature of history. With all the crap that's been going on in modern, post-modern society here. We're grasping to try to keep up with it all. It's good to slow down a little bit. Do what you can to seek, to save, to represent a race of people who were, I would say, dignified. They had faults just like you and me. We know that, right? But their dignity is far above ours because American material culture and the perversion of our original design has hurt us, hasn't it? Greed, insensitivity to human nature. So as I finish this, I'll show you it the other way around, just in another video, which 12 people watch. I guess it's decent effort. I would encourage everybody to make sure you mark it off in your heart that you're going to live free or die. There's no other better way. Hope you find out there.